Hello, and welcome to Reading Literature, Synthesizing Literature. Throughout your schooling, you may be asked to write several papers involving the synthesis of literature. Synthesis is combining separate elements to form a coherent whole. In terms of literature, it means integrating and analyzing multiple sources to identify themes, patterns, and gaps rather than summarizing them individually. So imagine this. You go to a dinner party where a heated discussion is happening. Instead of immediately jumping in and stating your opinion or repeating what you've just heard, you listen to all sides of the argument. You notice that guests A and B agree, but guest C completely disagrees. Once you understand their argument and how they connect, you join in the conversation by building on their arguments. This is a synthesis. So, synthesis is not simply summarizing individual studies or articles. It's not listing facts without interpretation. It is not copying, pasting content from sources or reporting information verbatim. It is not providing personal opinions, and it is not focusing only on isolated details. However, what it is analyzing and integrating information, identifying patterns and themes, critically evaluating findings, constructing a cohesive narrative, recognizing commonalities, and generating new perspectives. Now, while synthesis looks for how the sources interact, patterns, which sources agree or converge on a point, debate, which could show the sources conflict or present contrasting results or simply disagree. The development, so how the thinking or methodology on the topic has shifted over time, as well as the gap, important aspects or questions that are missing across the literature. Now, when organizing your synthesis, organize your paragraphs and information around commonalities found. You can look at concepts and themes, so you can group findings by subtopics, examples, historical or modern perspectives, definitions, types of pedagogy, etc. You can list them chronologically to trace the evolution of an idea or research question over time. Or look at the methodology and compare how different study designs, qualitative, quantitative, mixed methods, etc., yield different results. One way to organize and find commonalities is via a synthesis matrix. This is a grid or a table where you list your sources on one side and common themes and variables on the other. You then fill it out what each author said to make synthesis easier. So let's look at a couple of examples. In this first video, you see author D describes information, and then author B describes information. However, that is not a synthesis. That is an individual summarization of each of those articles. Over here, you have authors A, B, and D agree that cat videos bring humor to the viewers, reducing stress and ensuring laughter and showing relatable universal aspects. Author E disagrees. This is a good example of a synthesis using numerous authors. So remember, the golden rule of synthesis is to have multiple sources per paragraph, grouped together by a shared subtopic, theme, or finding. What you don't want is merely one source per paragraph, summarizing what author A said, then author B. Instead, having the paragraph combining the findings of your authors while still citing and giving credit to them is the best synthesis. So next time you're writing, don't simply summarize, synthesize. As always, remember, research isn't about finding any source. It's about finding the right source. Happy researching, Patriots!